Good morning, Evans Park and Franklin Avenue. I have another fun and exciting watch and win. So I have two here because I'm going to have one for a student for Evans Park and one for a student of Franklin Avenue. So I want you to watch and see what I'm going to make, and then stay tuned until the end where I will show you a painting, and I want you to guess who the artist is and what is the name of the artwork. So I've always seen these things in the store where artists take a piece of wood and they take pins and they put the pins in to create a shape, and then using string they wrap the string inside to make a beautiful piece of string art. So I thought I'd show you how to make one of those at home. So what I did was I took some cardboard, and I already did this ahead of time because I needed it to be dry for today. And I just put 3 layers of cardboard together. You want a nice thick board to work on. So if you have a cardboard box at home, you can have mom or dad help you cut it into nice squares or rectangles and just glue it together with some Elmer's glue and let it sit overnight. I do not recommend hot glue for this because hot glue will create little hard pieces in between, and you might have a hard time pushing in your pin. So I like the Elmer's glue. It's worth waiting for the Elmer's glue to dry. And then, because I have this really nice yarn here, I'm going to use some black paint for my back. Now, you might have white string or just another color, and you might not have black at home. You might have another color paint. Use it and see what happens. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take out some of the black paint. And I'm going to give these a nice even coat. Let me pan you down a bit. I'll use my ruler. There we go. I'm going to give this a nice even coat of black paint. Okay, so there I have both of my backgrounds painted, and I can see that the cardboard is drying nicely, and I really want this to look nice, so I'm going to wait, and I will be back when the cardboard is dry. So my black paint is dry, and I am ready for the next step. So I'm going to move these off to the side for a minute, and I want to talk to you about your shape. So I'm going to do a heart, and to make the heart, what I did was I took a piece of paper, I folded it in half, I used my scissors, I located the folded line, and I just cut out what I like. And when you open it up, you'll get the shape. So you can try doing that with a couple different shapes and seeing what you like. Now this one's a little bit too small for my cardboard, so I have 2 that I measured out, 1 for each board. So I'm going to just work with the one right now, so I'm going to move it in, pan you down, and I'm going to put the heart onto the board. Okay. See how I measured that out? And you want to use a piece of paper for your shape. That way you have a nice outline. If you draw on your board, you're going to see that. So this is going to be removed at the end. Now, you can use push pins or thumbtacks, but I happen to have these little silver pins, which I think are going to be perfect. They have the tiniest little head on them. Do you see that? So I also have my hammer. Now, if you don't have a hammer, go outside and get a rock. It doesn't matter. You just need something to push in the pin. And I'm going to start right where the center of the heart is. And you're going to use your template to go around and push the pins in. Now I'm going to do the bottom one here next. Okay. And I'm just going to move around the heart. Now my cardboard, if I look, I'll show you something I'm doing here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on the camera, but it has these little lines in it. Do you see that? It's like the corrugation of the cardboard. I'm using that to measure out where my pins go. So basically on every line, I'm putting one of the pins. So that's going to help me evenly space out my pins. I'm using, again, those little lines in the cardboard. Now, if you do not have the lines in your cardboard, then you can certainly take a pencil and you can take a ruler. I have a ruler here. And you can measure out on your template and just put a little mark, maybe every 1/4 of an inch. Alright, so boys and girls, you can see that took me about 10 minutes to do in real time, and I went around and I put all my pins in. So I'm going to remove my template, and I should have the negative space of a heart, which I do. Oops. See how cool that came out? Now I might want to take a hammer at this point and just make sure I'm even. So I'm going to take my skein of yarn and I'm going to tie it onto one of the pins. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a little hoop, just like that. And I think I'll start on the edge. I've never done this before, so I'm not sure if I'm starting in the right spot. And to help me along, I have a little bit of hot glue. And I'm going to put just a bit of hot glue on the pin that has the little knot there, and I'm going to do that just to anchor it. And I haven't decided yet if I want to go up and down, almost like the figure 8 that ice skaters make, or do I want to go random, or do I want to go around and then maybe try to work my way inside. So what's fun about this art is you can have a very precise pattern, or you can just do it random. And I think because I have this yarn that's going to change colors as I'm working. See, this goes from purple. It's a lot of purple. Let's see. Oh, okay, it's starting to turn to magenta. I think I'm going to go random because I think I'll be able to get more color onto the heart. Okay, so I just need some scissors. I'm just going to trim off that knot. Give that a little push. Okay. You know something, guys? I'm not even sure if I need to put any hot glue. Look at how beautiful that came out. So at this point, I'm going to make my second one off camera, but you can see what it's going to look like. And actually, I think the second heart is going to change colors. It's going to go to more of an orange and maybe the yellow. So at this point, take a look at this painting right here. Study it, do some research. And my two questions are, who painted the painting, and what is the name of the painting. Alright, so boys and girls, take a look at the painting and submit your answer to pricet@pearlriver.org, and I will put your name into the hat, and you can have a chance to win the beautiful heart that we made today. So good luck, and I'll see you next time. Bye, boys and girls.